Police in Victoria are looking at a possible connection between a long-running family feud and the shooting death of a man in the city's west this morning. 2 men were quickly arrested after a man in his 30s was killed. The incident comes a month after crime figure Macchour Chaouk was shot at his home. No one's been arrested for that crime. The Chaouks have been involved in a long and bloody feud with another Lebanese-Australian family in Melbourne's western suburbs. Hamish Fitzsimmons reports.
It's the question many were asking when news broke that a man in his 30s was shot dead in Melbourne's west this morning.
Has this got anything to do with the war between the Hadara and Chaouk families?
Well, I can confirm that we're looking at connections with that particular incident, but it's part of a wider inquiry into motive and into people that are involved.
2 men were arrested at the scene of the shooting. The speed of the police response amazed witnesses.
The gentleman's still detained over there by the wall in the yellow vest. So obviously I do know that they were very prompt and detained him very quickly.
Which prompted the question, had those involved been under police surveillance?
I can't confirm any details about surveillance other than to say we're examining all inquiries with regard to the identity and the movements of the deceased and the 2 people we currently have in custody.
The police pulled up in an undercover police car, put on their bulletproof vests and got out their guns and said, you guys better lock yourselves in the factory.
There had been fears of a new so-called gangland war since convicted heroin dealer Macchour Chaouk was shot dead at his home in August.
He was killed in his own backyard in front of his 3 grandchildren, the eldest of them 7 years old.
For several years, the Chaouk family has been involved in a violent feud with another western suburbs family, the Hadaras. A Chaouk cousin, Ahmed Hablas, is charged with the murder of Mohammed Hadara in June last year. A Hadara family member was questioned after the killing of Macchour Chaouk, whose funeral at the Preston Mosque was heavily attended by Hells Angels bikies. At the time, the family was discouraging any notion of payback.
We want to strongly believe that the Australian justice system and police will secure the rights of the innocent victim and his family and bring the killers of this terrible crime to justice.
In 2005, police shot dead Macchour Chaouk's son Mohammed Chaouk in a raid on the family home. 2 other Chaouk brothers are in prison awaiting trial on a number of charges. In June, the younger son, Omar Chaouk, was arrested and charged when police raided the family home again, finding weapons and 36 blank passports. This evening, a 60-year-old Altona North man was released after questioning, and a 25-year-old who is believed to be his son is still being questioned by police. And there's been an appeal for an end to the violence.
We are concerned about the potential for further violence, and we just ask people to remain calm.
The police task force set up in 2008 to investigate violence in Melbourne's west is also involved in the inquiry. Hamish Fitzsimmons, Late Line.